Have you ever felt that sudden shift? That chilling moment when the woman you're connecting with just pulls away. The texts slow down. The calls stop. The warmth you felt is replaced by a silence that feels heavier and colder than any argument ever could. You find yourself scrolling through old messages, replaying every recent conversation, searching desperately for a clue, a reason, anything to explain why she's suddenly so distant. You feel confused, anxious, maybe even a little rejected. But what if I told you her silence isn't what you think it is? What if it's not a punishment or a sign she's lost interest? What if instead it's a window into her inner world, a complex, vibrant universe of thoughts and emotions? Her silence is a language. It's subtle, it's powerful, and it's often misunderstood. When she pulls away, she isn't necessarily shutting you out. She might be signaling a need for space, processing emotional fatigue, or even testing the very foundation of your connection. Today, we're going to decode that silence. We'll explore the psychology behind why she withdraws, uncover the hidden signals she's sending, and learn how to respond with the insight, patience, and emotional intelligence that will strengthen your bond, not break it. By the end of this video, you won't see her silence as absence, but as a form of communication, not as rejection, but as a revelation. Are you ready to understand the world behind her quiet moments? Let's begin. The first thing to understand is that a woman's silence is rarely random. It's often a tool, a method of communication, and sometimes a protective shield. One of the most common reasons she pulls away is simple: emotional overload. Women often experience a wide spectrum of emotions, sometimes all at once. Every small interaction, every word spoken or left unsaid, creates a ripple in her emotional landscape. Think about it. She might have had a stressful day at work, dealt with a difficult family member, and navigated a dozen other social pressures you don't even know about. By the time she connects with you, her emotional battery is drained. She's not looking for conflict or intense conversation. She's seeking relief. So when she goes quiet, it's not because she doesn't care about you. It's because she needs that mental and emotional space to recharge her own energy. Pushing her to talk at that moment is like asking a marathon runner to sprint just after they've crossed the finish line. It just doesn't work. Beyond just being tired, her silence is often a time for deep introspection. She uses these quiet moments to reflect on her life, her goals, and, yes, her relationships. She's asking herself important questions. Does this relationship align with my values? Am I truly being heard and seen? Am I being treated with the respect I deserve? This isn't about finding fault in you. It's about ensuring the connection is right for her asterisk. If there's unresolved tension or unspoken issues between you, she might pull away to analyze those feelings on her own, without the pressure of an immediate confrontation. This reflection is a sign of her emotional depth, not a lack of interest. And sometimes, though it can be hard to hear, her silence is a subtle test. Now, this isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's a way for her to gauge your response and understand the strength of your character. When she pulls back, she's watching. Will you panic and become needy? Will you get angry and confrontational? Or will you show emotional maturity, respect her need for space, and remain a calm, steady presence? How you react to her need for autonomy says everything about your compatibility and your emotional intelligence. Passing this silent test shows her that you are a safe harbor, not another storm she has to navigate. Finally, silence can be a powerful form of self-protection. If she's been hurt in past relationships, whether through broken trust, emotional neglect, or disrespect, she may have an instinct to withdraw at the first sign of trouble. It's a defense mechanism. Her pulling away isn't a personal rejection of you. It's a learned strategy to protect her own well-being and guard her heart. By creating distance, she gives herself the safety to assess the situation before she lets you get any closer. Recognizing this helps you see her silence not as an attack, but as a sign of a past wound that needs gentle care, not pressure. To truly decode her silence, we need to look deeper at its different forms. The first is what I call defensive silence. This happens when she feels vulnerable or uncertain. She might seem distant, even cold, but internally, she's in a state of high alert. She's analyzing, protecting her emotional core, and trying to figure out if it's safe to engage. Pushing for communication during this time will almost always backfire, making her retreat even further. You can spot defensive silence by her limited words, avoidance of eye contact, and closed-off body language, like crossed arms. Next, there's reflective silence. This is a much more positive state. Here, she's not defending, she's exploring. She's having a deep internal dialogue with herself, seeking clarity on her feelings, her goals, and her needs within the relationship. This silence is productive. You'll notice that after a period of this quiet, she might come back with new insights or a deeper level of thoughtfulness. Her demeanor is calm, not tense, and when she does speak, her words are considered and meaningful. This is a silence to be respected, as it often leads to growth. Then there is protective silence. This is a strategic move to preserve her own energy. If a situation feels draining, overwhelming, or potentially manipulative, she'll use silence to create a boundary. It's her way of saying, I will not engage in this dynamic, because it's not healthy for me. You'll see this when she avoids unnecessary arguments, disengages from drama, and focuses on self-care activities instead. She's not ignoring you. She's prioritizing her own emotional peace. This is a sign of a woman with strong boundaries and high self. Understanding these types of silence is one part of the puzzle. The other is recognizing her unique emotional patterns. Every woman is different. Some may pull away for a few hours and return fully recharged. Others may need a few days of solitude to process their thoughts. Pay attention